2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And the Rockets already with their game faces on as they... Well, thank you, David. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
Two types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
Little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front, and it's House in at the small forward position. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. There's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. They still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learned from a great how to get buckets.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Now, here's Richardson. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Simmons against Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Embiid. And that one hits back iron.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Pass to Capella. Knocked loose. Here's Richardson. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. It's House outside, and again it's the Rockets from deep. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here is Harris. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Tries it from 19. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. James Harden is second. Fourth, Russell Westbrook.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
And for James Harden, he loves to be put on an island and go one-on-one against the defender.
Well, yeah, last season, Harden had as many ISOs called for him as some teams ran into. And that's all because of his coach. His coach calls the games that way. It's his bread and butter, and there isn't much you can do to stop him with one defender. And sometimes I feel like people don't truly appreciate the greatness of what James Harden does. He's one of the toughest guys to check on the fast break. He has one of the best Euro steps in the game, the best footwork in the game. He'll hit you in the head for deep. You can't check him without fouling him. The precision of his movements, the ease in which he scores. Come on, man.
Rockets leading by 4. The kick out to Westbrook from outside the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers. As you said, C-Webb, what Harden has been doing the last few years is truly remarkable.
Yeah, Kevin, and it's funny because when you are achieving greatness and critics try to diminish what you're doing, it's just funny to me. Harden is one of the great guards of all time, no matter how you slice it.
And stolen by Richardson. Simmons passes to Embiid. Can't hit from in close.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
From deep, Harden hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Passes it to Simmons. It's stolen by Capella. Outside Westbrook. From deep. It's hauled in by Richardson. The 76ers trail by 7. Now Simmons. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Milwaukee.
His impact wasn't just on offense. He played great D. Blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game.
Now Westbrook following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And with Embiid and Ben Simmons both at their best in the paint, maybe not the ideal fit if you're the Sixers and you had to trade one of them. Which is it?
Oh, man, that's so tough. They're both great players, GA, but Embiid, his health remains a question mark. And Simmons, you know, imagine if you have a team of shooters built around him like Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a tough question.
So a moment now to see the story on James Harden. Great showing for him last season. He averaged 36 points a game, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Now here's Simmons. Trying to get something going, and it's good on the way in. Simmons got his second basket of the night.
And 6'10" Simmons, I mean, he has some insane handles. He's phenomenal at creating for himself.
Westbrook surveying the D. In the corner, Harden. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Harden against Richardson. Outside, Simmons. Over Westbrook. And the shot is long. Houston leading by 10. Harden with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Harden against Simmons. Harden kicks to Westbrook. And it's off from three-point range. For Philadelphia, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Pass to Harden. The 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Now the pass to Harris. Takes the 13-footer. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
They get the rebound. Good D by Embiid.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Richardson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Count it.
Even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Rockets leading by 8. Here is House. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Golden State. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Simmons slams it in.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. As with every position creating offense now, which big men do the best job of scoring off the bounce?
That's a good question. LaMarcus Aldridge in San Antonio, Coach Pop has given him the freedom. And Joel Embiid, We sleep on him because he's 7 foot, but when he faces up in the post, he doesn't usually give you his back. He faces up, triple threat, gives you a jab step, a counter in and out, and gives you something nice. I mean, his ball handling ability is great for a 7-footer, and I like Embiid.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Neto. Dishes it to Scott. On the wing, Harris. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here's Rivers. Pass to Cephalosha. Chandler down low. Working on O'Quinn. Chandler, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
O'Quinn can't hit. Rockets leading by 4. Cephalosha passes to McLemore. Now here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. 4 on the clock. Shot from 16. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Philadelphia has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Neto. No good on that one. So Houston will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
I mean, who knows? If you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Rivers finds Cephalosha. They could use a bucket. Houston gets it back. Tries again. Rivers can't get it to go.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, it's just predictable.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. 1:57 left in the first quarter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I love what Austin Rivers did last year after he bounced around between the Wizards and Rockets. I mean, he came in and he was focused. He was traded by Washington to the Suns and then bought out and ended up in a great situation in Houston.
Korkmaz checked in for Philadelphia. O'Quinn dishes to Ennis. And he banks in the layup. Ennis has got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And for Rivers, after being let loose by Phoenix, still productive and very motivated when he joined the Rockets.
Rivers said that even though he understood the buyout, he hated the idea of being released. I mean, it reinvigorated his game, and he had one of the best seasons to date.
Here's Neto. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 1:03 left in the first quarter. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. A nice shot by Tucker. And the Rockets lead by 2.
He might not beat too many guys in a foot race, but Tucker is always going to bust his butt to get out on the break.
And O'Quinn kicks to Neto. The kick out to Scott. Fires from deep. The offensive rebound. O'Quinn finds Scott. Goes up again. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
On the free throw, no good.
Well, the Houston Rockets, not exactly a balanced offense. I mean, they lean so heavily on James, but you can't argue with the result. I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Here's Neto. From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's all tied in Philadelphia, and the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse.
This time isn't going to last long.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Philadelphia, you've got Ennis. Scott is out there with Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Neto in at the one. The 76ers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
Now here's Rivers. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by the 76ers. O'Quinn's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Korkmaz, covered by Cephalosha. Neto kicks to Scott. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Passes to Neto. Just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
2 points. That one goes. McLemore's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Here's Neto. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the inside, Ennis, and Ennis sends it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Rivers. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 5.
Not many folks thought that Tucker would have success as an NBA three-point shooter. He's proven all of them wrong. He's got good range.
Here's Neto. Pass to Ennis. He dishes it to O'Quinn. Korkmaz passes to Neto. The 3 ball. Got a hand on it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Horford comes in for Mike Scott. Richardson, he's checked in for Ennis. And it's Ben Simmons in for Raul Neto. The Rockets also changing it up. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Chandler. James Harden comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers.
I just love the production Capella gives this team. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. He's their defensive anchor. He finishes off with oops, and he can make nice passes off the pick and roll.
The Rockets making a switch here. House is checked in.
I'm not really sure I've ever seen a center who could play bully ball in the paint, then step out and hit the 3, then give you the handles in the mix like Joel Embiid. I mean, him and Boogie Cousins are really the only 2 that come to mind.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. He's only given up 6 here in this quarter. And the foul called on Korkmaz. That's his first foul. On defense, the 76ers trailing by 2. Harden has a wide open look. The Rockets with another miss. And even though Embiid has that deep range, he prefers to throw his weight around inside.
And he should, Kevin. And at times, the lack of spacing has forced him to step outside. I mean, he's as gifted as you can get on that block. I mean, you've got to get him the ball down there with space to work.
On the clock. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They've led by as much as 10. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Like the Clippers of a year ago. They looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that's what rewarded them during free agency, by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
Here is Harden, following the score by Josh Richardson. 13 feet away. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 6. Richardson dishes to Embiid. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Right wing. Here's Westbrook. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. That's 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Sweet little floater. Simmons got 8 points.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Outside Westbrook. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The 76ers trail by 8. And the pass to Simmons. There's the dish to Embiid. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. Then on Saturday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Harden against Richardson. The 9-foot shot. Harden, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now here's Harden. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. On deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. Simmons with it. 8 points for him. Pass to Richardson. The shot comes out, so Houston will take it the other way. Here's Harden. Here's House. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. Gotta love it.
Simmons. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And when you foul Simmons, you really got to foul him. You don't want to just mess around. He powers through.
Harris is checked in for Korkmaz.
A triple-double machine. I mean, Ben Simmons surpassed by only the great Oscar Robinson with the pace he's piling him up.
And you look at the all-around impact of Ben Simmons, already a star, an all-star. You know what, Chris? If he adds a jump shot, how good do you think he can be?
Whoa. Some say you better polish up that MVP trophy. I mean, perimeter shooting, the only thing he really lacks.
Now Harden, after Westbrook's missed three, cans it from downtown. Westbrook's got the lead up to 11 now for Houston.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
And Philadelphia calls time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Now here's Harden, following the miss by Al Horford. Harden scanning the floor. For three. Westbrook, no good.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable. You can learn a lot by watching him operate in that offense.
Richardson against Harden. He can't get that one. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Harris inside, guarded by McLemore. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Harden, no good.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Richardson, good. Rockets leading by 7. Now Westbrook. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Golden State.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Now Simmons. James Harden missing on the 3. Simmons with it. Now defended by McLemore. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That's foul number 2 for him. And the 76ers making a change here. Scott's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Daniel House. Cephalosha comes in for McLemore. And it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Capella. Simmons against Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. And Simmons kicks to Scott. It's over Tucker. Scott can't get it to go.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And Westbrook, here we go. That one drops for him. Westbrook's got 10 points now just in this quarter. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 9-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. And it's blocked by Simmons. Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
And here's Westbrook. He's got 18. The tray. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. 1:12 left in the first half of basketball. Baseline Jay on the way. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And now it's only a 5-point Rocket lead. Rockets shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Cephalosha. From past the arc. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
Now here's Chandler. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Rockets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Embiid, and it's James Ennison for Josh Richardson. Now here is Harris. He's got 6. Six on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. That shot missing. And so that brings the first half to a close. Rockets lead by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Tyson. How have you controlled the tempo in the game in the first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
Tyson, thanks. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 18 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, what you think about the Rockets?
Well, you look at the explosiveness of Russell Westbrook. Even when defenders have position on him, he can accelerate past them and rise above the rim. He's a terrific athlete who plays with a sharp edge.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more of the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that 3. It's not.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the 3 spot. Harden against Richardson. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Harris finds Embiid. Looking to end the run. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Harris. Harris has got 8 points.
They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Here's House. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
But tried by Simmons.
Like whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a post.
Harden the pass to Westbrook. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Pass to Richardson. On the wing, Harris. Rebounded by Capella.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
On the wing, Harden pulls up from the corner, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Richardson outside. He kicks it to Horford. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Horford. 16 points for Ben Simmons.
Once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Raul Neto's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Westbrook. 25 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Capella inside. Richardson cover. And it's Capella missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. To the wing right side. Neto, that's a two-pointer. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Westbrook. Lobbed up there for Westbrook. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, but that's what I like to see from Tucker. Head up, looking to use his teammates. He's a smart player. He knows he can't do it all by himself.
And there's the pass to Horford. Here's Neto. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Yep, it counts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to House. It's tipped. Capella dishes to House. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Capella.
The main strength of Capella's offensive game, I mean, he uses his athleticism to power home these alley-oops.
The 76ers trail by 16. Neto kicks to Richardson. To the paint. Here's Embiid. The shot, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Korkmaz, he's checked in for Richardson. And a change for the Rockets. McLemore's checked in. Here's Harris. And the rejection by Harden. Count that bucket. Embiid's got 6. So here's Westbrook. He has 29. Harden outside. Passes it to Capella. House dishes to Westbrook. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Embiid finds Neto. Back to Embiid. Shoots over Capella. Embiid, no good.
Well, until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Now, here is Harden. Defense is right there. Harden draws the double. House. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open. And Harden finds it.
Neto surveying the floor. Kicks it to Horford. On the wing, Harris. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Ben McLemore.
Oh, man, and defenders have to be more cautious when guarding Harris. He is constantly looking to draw contact on his shots.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Joel Embiid, and it's Ennis in for Al Horford. Outside Westbrook puts up a three. Rebound by the 76ers. Here's Korkmaz. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers. And I think it makes sense for both sides. And he fits nicely next to Embiid.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Scott's checked in. Outside Westbrook. 9 feet out. Pass to McLemore. Clock at 6. No good that time.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression. Gets the look he wants and still no luck. Tough night for him.
4-on-3 break. Here's O'Quinn. Rebounded by Capella. Rockets leading by 18. 4-3, Westbrook. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ennis, and he gets it to go. Ennis has got 8 points.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Now, here is Harden. He's tightly guarded. And O'Quinn sends it back. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, once again, Harris showing off his incredible physique. Just really blowing past defenders in the open floor.
Westbrook with it. He's got 29 points. Another miss by Houston. Now Ennis. The pass to Neto. On the wing, Harris, guarded by McLemore. And the basket is good. 14 points for Tobias Harris.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Now a timeout called by Houston. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in. The 76ers trail by 14. Harris kicks to Simmons. Here's Neto. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Harris. Misses in close. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Harden outside. Offside Chandler. And then Chandler with the jam.
Ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Here's Neto. Pass to Harris from the arc. Rebounded by Cephalosha. And here's McLemore. Passes it to Chandler. There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
And Simmons slams it in.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
From deep, Harden. No good that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
Not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just one in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
That one goes. Count it. Simmons got 8 here in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Harden the pass to Rivers. Here's Chandler. Goes back up. No good that time. Some solid defense from Harris. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the middle, and stolen by Cephalosha. Now here's Rivers. Harden with it. Shot clock at 5. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and Harden is so quick to the cup, just exposing the weak defense with his speed.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The 76ers trail by 14. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Ennis out there with Harris, and it's Scott in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. It's good. 16 points for Tobias Harris.
Oh, such an efficient scorer. You know, if you give Harris these opportunities, he'll punish you from there.
Harden the pass to Capella. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 14.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up. Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Harden dishes to McLemore. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Simmons got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Houston leading by 12. Harden outside. Lob pass to Capella. Can't hit that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and he's gotten to his spots and capitalized. He just needs a little more help from his teammates.
Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 8 here in this one already. The 76ers trail by 13. Knocked away and stolen by Cephalosha. Lets it go with a 3. Harden's shot is off.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Down low, here we go, all alone, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Quick fact for you guys, P.J. Tucker is the #1 sneakerhead in the NBA, and it's not even close. The man owns hundreds and hundreds of kicks. In the 2018 playoffs, P.J. wore 22 different pairs of shoes in 17 games.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Horford comes in for James Ennis. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Harris outside. 5 to shoot. Nice shot from the wing. Harris has got 12 points in just the second half.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
The pass to Cephalosha from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Richardson outside. Embiid is at the elbow. Shoots over Capella. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from Joel Embiid. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Pass to Cephalosha. He kicks it to McLemore. Houston needs to get a shot from deep three-point range, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Goes up, and the jam by Cephalosha.
Well, Kevin, you can't be careless with the ball around Harden. He's great at swiping the ball and creating easy opportunities for his team.
Simmons against Harden. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Ben Simmons.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Passes to Tucker. Cephalosha with it. Capella inside. Embiid's there. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
Daniel House is checked in for the Rockets. Russell Westbrook comes in for McLemore. Left side, Westbrook. Back to Tucker. Here is House. And here's Harden for 3. The Rockets with another miss. And with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's the Rockets with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. Harden against Richardson. Looking to end his cold spell. And Harden lays it in.
One of the best finishers inside, period. I mean, there's nowhere on the floor Harden can't score from.
Richardson the bounce pass. Embiid finds Richardson. Shoots from 12. Count the basket.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
And Westbrook, here we go. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
And here's Richardson outside. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Oh, man, the awareness and the IQ of Horford look so adept at getting the ball to his open teammates.
Westbrook, no good.
With all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around his neck. Somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Here's Simmons. He's off on that one. Westbrook with the nice D there. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. Back to Tucker. And some nice passing there by Houston. Outside, House. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
That's good from Richardson. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Timeout called the 76ers. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing from long range.
Maverick Carter couldn't even get the deal done. Scared to come towards us, gotta run from us. Louisville, hush money for my young. Rick Pitino, I take on the casinos. Stack casinos, get on to you. It's like Primo. Worms.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen, but we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him a little.
Here's Richardson. Westbrook with the block. Harden up top. Over Embiid. Kept alive. Here's Capella. Here's Tucker. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Here's Simmons. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Embracing the physicality of the game. Simmons, he's used to getting knocked around a bit on the way up, but he's okay. Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Takes the three. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Houston.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his third triple since halftime.
Here's Richardson. Again, Philadelphia. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
6 on the shot clock. And here's Westbrook from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And Harris wide open. He shoots the basket, good off the assist from Simmons. Now just a 5-point Houston lead. Harden outside. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
And he knocks down the first one.
Oh, yeah, Cal. And there's no question, when Embiid is healthy, he's a problem. I mean, a versatile, confident big man with a high ceiling. Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on his stroke.
Westbrook finds Tucker. Back to Westbrook. Clock at 4. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, Simmons. A floater, and Capella sends it back.
He seems to improve his shot blocking every year. I mean, Capella is outstanding at using his length to swat away shots.
And here's Harden for three. Buries it from three-point range. Harden's got 25 points in the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
If you're the D, I mean, you'll live with this. Embiid really tested the limits of his range there.
Rockets leading by 6. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Inside, Capella, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
1:27 left here in the fourth quarter. Simmons on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook, and Capella sends it back. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. Harden outside. Pass to Westbrook. Back to Harden. Again, the Rockets score.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Rockets.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Russell Westbrook.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Oh, great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
Shot on the wing, gets the bucket.
Well, even when you are right in Harris's face, he feels that ease rising up for the J. You can only do so much against this guy sometimes.
So Houston wins it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Hey, James, congrats on the win. Did it feel like the chemistry really got the ball going?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.